Today on the channel, we're ranking the brand new WWE Summerslam 2026 Mattel Elite Wave from my least favorite to my favorite, and building the Jesse the Body Ventura referee figure.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, back again with another WWE Mattel Elite set rankings, and today we got the SummerSlam 2026 edition set to rank and discuss. But before we get there, we got to talk about the Build-A-Figure. We got to talk about Jesse the Body Ventura. But for all your SummerSlam 2026 needs, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there, shipping from Ringside right now. These will probably hit the store shelves in like June, so get way ahead of it with our friends over there at Ringside, and we're going to get way ahead of it here with this Build-A-Figure. Obviously, don't have to build anything. We just had to put him together, and he went together pretty smoothly. A little bit of a twist we'll talk about here in a second, but you guys know, if you followed this channel for any length of time, there's certain characters, there's certain personalities that I absolutely love. I love Terry Funk. I love the Ultimate Warrior. I love Todd McFarlane. I love Boss Rutan. I love Jesse the Body Ventura, one of my absolute favorite performers, no matter what he's done. Give me conspiracy theory all day long. Let's bring that show back. I'll move to Minnesota if he wants to be the governor again. I'm just down for Jesse. He's very hilarious, and sometimes he's not trying to be hilarious, but he's very hilarious. I enjoy Jesse Ventura. I enjoy getting action figures of Jesse Ventura, and until Jakks, we didn't really get a whole lot. And then, of course, Jakks stopped. We had the LJN back in the day. But now, we're in a new age for Jesse Ventura. We got the Ultimate Edition not too long ago, another Ringside exclusive. Check out the review on the channel. Now our second figure here is the Build-A-Figure from the SummerSlam wave. Next up is the WWE Mattel Legends Target exclusive. We do, I forgot the retro. How can I forget that retro? We unboxed that one as well. Have to think maybe we get another Ultimate, like Commentator Jesse as an Ultimate Edition. I'm not sure exactly where that would go. Maybe a Target Legends. We'll see what happens there. And I got to think there's more elites to be had because there's so many different announcer Jesse looks. So if you're a Jesse Ventura fan like me, we're eating good in the neighborhood like a young Applebee's is what we're doing right now. But we're going to dive into this figure here. We're going to go through it. And of course, you know I had to make use for that extra head. We'll talk about that in a second. But Jesse, technically, or no technically about it, was the referee at SummerSlam 99. And this is what is represented right here. A little bit older Jesse, as you can imagine, but he does come with the referee hands, which are always nice to get. So you get the 3-count hands, you get 2 of those. You get the 2-count hands, you get 2 of those. You got the 1-count hands, we got 2 of those. Or you could call them the what you gonna do, brother hands right out of the package. So we do got those going on. Out of the package with the arms, we have 2 gripping hands. So really all bases covered except for fist. He doesn't have any fists, but I guess he lets his mouth do the talking is what Jesse does. And as we can see right here, he does fit on a Ringside collectible stand. Use code Kyle, save yourself 10% once again. But let's dive into Jesse Ventura here. Let's dive into the head sculpt. And the first one out of the package, just kind of mean mugging Jesse. It's the older Jesse. This is the young whippersnapper Jesse. Got the bald head, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. And he's got the kind of Fu Manchu going on almost at the top there. Now, when I look at this head, I also think karate superstar Billy Graham. Remember when he went through the karate phase? I think if you're a customizer, you can basically, well, actually, there's really no customization needed. You take off this referee shirt, and you got superstar Billy Graham is what you have, is this karate stuff. I mean, you even got the sweatpants with this one here. And I guess diving into the sweatpants a little bit, this is the Mick Foley shoes and sweatpants. So we're getting most of our molds in the same series here is what we're doing. But he could be the karate superstar Billy Graham. I think you could make this pass as it because it looks very similar in the head sculpt department. But this is Jesse. Looks really, really good. I love the mustache, and I love kind of the chin, almost a little Sergeant Slaughter vibe with the chin right there. But a very good stoic Jesse Ventura. But in a plot twist, we got 2 heads with this Jesse. And when they did announce it, I said, oh my gosh, 2 Jesse heads. I got to find use for that. And I definitely did. I got ahead of things a little bit. And I got the Triple H suited figure here. I grabbed Triple H's head off, put the other Jesse head, and voila, we got Governor Jesse Ventura here. Had to have a suited Jesse. This could be Governor Ventura. This could also be Conspiracy Theory Jesse Ventura. Choose your own Jesse adventure here. But you got the screaming, yelling head for Jesse. Besides that, that's the biggest difference. But a very cool head, and I'm kind of torn. I kind of want to go back and forth. Which one should I have as Governor Ventura? Which one should be the referee? They both work depending on the situation. But Jesse, a guy that always wore a tie. He always had a tie on, and a lot of times a red tie. So I know some people are probably going to use different bodies. I almost went with the Adam Pearce one, but the heads just don't align with the peg. It's just a wild thing. But this worked out really well. This is truly a Governor Ventura body, but both head sculpts on this are absolutely amazing, and definitely recommend making use of that second head. Get a custom, get a suited body somewhere, get this Jesse on there. But diving into the Jesse here, this is Jesse when he refereed, and I remember him doing that. I remember thinking, man, he must be really, really hot because it's SummerSlam, it's summer, but he's wearing like a sweater is what it was, a sweater referee shirt. He didn't want the short sleeves. I don't know if Jesse, I think at this time, he wasn't in the best shape, obviously. He was doing his governing behind a desk. He was getting a little bit bigger belly, getting a little bit bigger. So I think he wanted to cover up pretty much. And that's why he's wearing like the sweatpants as well. But an interesting look. But I will say, once again, customizers can really enjoy this figure. Maybe you don't want anything to do with Jesse Ventura. You want this body or whatever. But you can put this shirt on anybody to make them a referee. So it's a great thing for customizers. Put a different head on here, get a different referee. There's some meat on the bone there if you want to. But it does look good. Now, Jesse, a little bit bigger body underneath this shirt, as we know. I don't know. I don't think he was as... It's like a skinny... It's like a... I don't know what the word is. It's a muscular fat guy. I don't know what you call that body style here. I guess the Mick Foley body style is what we got going on. But I think if you're going to display this Jesse, you're going to have this shirt on. Or maybe you throw a different shirt, a third-party shirt on here or something. You could do that if you wanted to. Talked about the sweatpants looking interesting here. We saw these with Mick Foley. Getting down to the shoes, looking cool. I like the touch of the blue on the shoes here. Now, I had a very warped leg on this one, or I should say ankle. I had to do some amazing amount of heat work on this one to really get it moving. It was basically fused in place, wouldn't move, and I even had to shave a little bit of plastic on that just to get this to line up. Obviously, your mileage may vary, but it is better now. So I do got it to at least move around and stuff, and he will stand. He couldn't even stand on his own, so quality issues continue from time to time. His articulation, usual. Arms all the way around, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows on this one, playing all the hits. Hands back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side, removable. Ab crunch, waist articulation. A little loose in the waist, I do think. Big splits, no problem there. Big boot, no problem there. Double jointed pin knees, looking ugly though for the Governor. And then you get the ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down, and the shoe boot cut there going on. And as we talked about, he does fit on a ringside collectible stand. No issues with that. Pretty darn cool, though, this Jesse. I like this a whole lot, but it's even better because you get two heads for this, and you can make your own Governor head. Now, if I'm Mattel, I'm coming out with a main event figure of Jesse Ventura like this. I think Jesse's been in suits enough in his life. You could represent the governorship, whatever it may be. I would love to see this officially released with a new suit, new body. I'm sure they would reuse one of these heads, but I think that'd be a cool thing if Mattel did it. If not, you can very easily make your own, so I do like that. And I guess, speaking of Jesse Ventura as well, February 11th, I believe, don't shoot the messenger, but I believe it is finally going up for pre-order on Mattel Creations, The Ultimate Jesse Ventura, another must-have Jesse, if you ask me. So all in all, not a bad piece of business here. Maybe not for everybody, but as far as Jesse Venturas go that could be a Build-A-Figure, I think this was the best idea for a Build-A-Figure, and we're going to talk about the rest of this line and rank it here in a second. But that is Jesse Ventura. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. Stick it in the comments down below. But now we got to put them in order. Let's rank SummerSlam 2026 Wave. All right, it's time to do a little set rankings for the SummerSlam 2026 Wave. As usual, this is my list. Put your list in the comments down below. Guess what? My list can be 100% right, but so can yours if you put it in the comments down below. But we got 3, 4, 5 figures here. We're going to start at number 5 being my least favorite, work our way to number 1 being my absolute favorite of this wave. So make sure you get yours in the comments below. All things considered, a fun wave, Hall of Famers across the board, heavy hitters across the board, which is nice for retail. And I think that's one thing. Some people have dismissed this wave. Some people love this wave. Not a lot of people in the middle, it seems. But it's one of those things where you want heavy hitters. And when I say we want, That's Mattel. They want money. Follow the money. Jesse Ventura told us to follow the money, and that was Mattel is doing that. They're putting these heavy hitters out there for everybody. Yes, we've had a million Stone Colds, Mankind's, Triple H's, had quite a few Chynas as well. It's getting those out to the masses on a repeated basis. We see it with Star Wars with Darth Vader. You see it with Wolverine and Captain America's of the world. That's just the way it's going to go. It's business. Follow the money. But a cool idea here, making a wave with everybody combined. You got Triple H and his manager, Chyna. You got Jesse as the referee. You got Stone Cold and Mick Foley, Mankind. It's very cool that it represents a total match. Now, on the flip side of that, this would have been a cool pack that maybe you could buy a box set at Target or Walmart. They could have sold this on Mattel Creation or Ringside as a SummerSlam 99 box set. I think that would have been really fun to do. And that reminds me of the last Target, or 2 sets ago, I guess, Target, where they put all the Click members individually. I think, once again, that would have been a fun set to do as a full box set. I think that would have made more sense. I think it would have sold better that way as well. But I don't know. What do I know at the end of the day? But 2 ways you can go about it: no box set or box set. They went no box set with both of those lines. Verdict's still out if that was the right decision. But I don't know if I like, I mean, that's what turned off a lot of people too about this. I don't necessarily dislike it or love it. I'm somewhere in the middle. But some people were turned off at this set because, I wish I could have got SummerSlam 88 somebody, and I could have got SummerSlam 2002 somebody. Let's mix it up a little bit. But it is what it is. There's no turning back right now. But a fun set still. A fun set. You know, something for everybody and something to skip on for everybody is what it really feels like, and what I've heard out on Facebook groups and stuff when this was announced. But enough jibber jabber out of me. Let's start at number 5 here. Number 5, pretty easy selection for me. I'm going Triple H at number 5. Not a ton of meat on the bone. Pretty plain Jane figure, all things considered. They gave us 2 heads. We've had these heads before. That head that we got with the open mouth is really an ugly head. We got that for the first time with his Ultimate Edition once upon a time. But you get the water bottle, you get some extra hands, you get the chainmail over the top in a different color. Just not that exciting, in all honesty here. And you could say that about everybody in this set to some degree, but to me, this was the least exciting. It's great if you need a Triple H from this era. If it's great if you need a plain Triple H of his heyday. It's a good piece of business to have if you want it. So there it is, Triple H coming in at number 5. Then I go to number 4, and I gotta say, number 4 could be the sleeper of the set because I was down on it, but I did find this Chyna figure to be really, really nice. I think the head sculpt looks really good. For me personally, I think this looks like Chyna, especially this era. And when I close my eyes and I think of Chyna, this is what I think of. So it represents all that. Now, we did have some QC problems. Not sure if anybody else had those issues or not, but her legs were barely movable. It was like Vietnam 2 years ago at the height of the craziness with the quality issues. Almost feels like we're back there a little bit with this Chyna. But a fun Chyna figure. She's never been my favorite performer, female performer, but a very good representation, a great one to stick with Triple H here. So I did like that one a whole lot, coming in at number 4. Now we're going to number 3, getting a little bit more difficult. And I'm not going to rate this one necessarily, but we're going to go over here to number 3. And I'm going to go for Mick Foley, Mankind. I think it's great that we got the Smoking Skull belt. They could have went either way. Put it with Austin or put it with Mankind. I guess they chose Mankind for whatever reason. I don't hate this one. I'm not sure if I'm sold on. I'm kind of in the middle once again on the soft goods. I don't love it. I don't hate it. And sometimes I don't love or hate the plastic one. So they're trying something different. We've had it Ultimate form. Now they're making it an Elite form. It's okay. They changed the tie up a little bit. Smoking Skull is always great. Always great to get Sacco. Fabulous head sculpt on this one. Once again, do you want to remove the mask? Not remove the mask. This one is sculpted in. Sweatpants down low. It's a perfectly good Mankind. There's no issues with this Mankind. That's just kind of in the middle for me in this wave. But a fun one. And if you don't have representation of Mankind in this kind of style, it is definitely worth a pickup. So he's coming in at number 3. But now we're down to the final 2. And I think it's down to 2 bald guys. Mr. Clean Special is what we got going on here. But I think we got to go Stone Cold Steve Austin, number 2. Jesse Ventura at number 1. Come on, are you kidding me? Jesse's got to be number 1, but I'll get there. This Austin, just by a hair, misses out on the number 1. I like that we got the new body. This feels more Stone Cold than ever before. We've had so many years of Stone Cold being a little bit too skinny. He wasn't over muscular, but he wasn't just really, really skinny. So they improved that. We did get a different vest, apparently the incorrect vest. I'm not that big of a stickler for details, but you got to go to the All-Stars one we showed in the unboxing if you want the legit one, apparently. The head sculpt's good on this one. Just a very good Stone Cold. Just like Mankind, just like Triple H. Nothing inherently wrong with these figures or this figure specifically. And if you just need a good representation of a good looking Stone Cold for your collection, just like Triple H, just like Mankind, this is the place to go. So a very good Stone Cold figure. I like this, and it really feels better in hand with the new body sizing on this one as well. But Jesse Ventura coming in at number 1. A lot of that is because I love Jesse Ventura, so that's always a part of it here. It's a deep cut, which I'm glad we're getting, and I think the Build-A-Figure was the way to go for this Jesse. Giving us 2 heads so we can make Governor Jesse makes this one a little bit more value, a little bit more worth it to me. And on the flip side, I'm not going to do this, but I mentioned it in the review. Some will want to move this one and make a custom referee or whatever. So there's meat on the bone there. There's meat on the bone here. So you customizers can get some extra action out of this Jesse, a little bit more bang for the buck. And I want to complete out a Jesse Ventura shelf. I want all the announcer gears. I'd like some more wrestling versions of Jesse. There's a lot of fun stuff, and I'm a Jesse fan, so I'm going to enjoy this. And it is his first time, I guess, technically in the Elite line as well, I guess, technically, as of right now. So that is fun for this as well. So there's a lot of good stuff about Jesse, and I totally understand that, hey, Kyle Peterson loves Jesse Ventura. He loves a good conspiracy theory episode once upon a time. So it makes sense this is number 1. But I will say a close number 1 is Stone Cold, very good at number 2. All in all, the best wave ever? No. The worst wave ever? No. Somewhere in the middle. It depends where you are in your collecting journey. You've either had tons of these in your collection, or you're like, hey, now I can get some really defining looks, some key characters from the WWE. I can get them here in the SummerSlam wave. So a fun wave, an interesting wave. Would have preferred it as a box set, but is what it is. Can't fight City Hall. But there it is, SummerSlam 2026. Be interested to hear your thoughts. Be interested to hear your rankings. Put them in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show. Of course, every Tuesday is where that is available, wherever podcasts are found, and videocast on YouTube. You can also pick up both of my books on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers and The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, both available right now. So for SummerSlam 2026, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we going to dance or are we going to play?
You ever wonder if they're watching your every move? Cell phones, internet, surveillance. Think about it.
See you later!